All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here talking about drama in the world of Journey again. It's back doing this, and of course, real time for a few real people out there just like you and just like me. So, breaking news yesterday, my phone was blowing up, people sending me messages, patrons sending me articles. Bloomberg is reporting some interesting stuff about something that I thought was resolved. Apparently, it hasn't been resolved. Journey keyboardist sues guitarist over jet use and spending. This court docket uh, is in Delaware. So if you want to look the whole thing up and read it, you can do so for yourself. Bloomberg here pretty much gets to all of the high points. Longtime Journey keyboardist Jonathan Cain sued the iconic rock band's sole remaining co-founder, guitarist Neal Schon, saying his lavish spending on tour has sown toxic divisions within the band. Now, I was told that this stuff had been resolved, and I was shown something that to me looked like from maybe a year or two ago that they had put this aside, but apparently it's back. And here's why it's back. Sean has blown past a $1,500 per night hotel fee cap. That's a lot of money per night to spend on a hotel room. And he's blown past it. Now he's allowed to spend up to $1,500 a night. I'm thinking you can do pretty well for $1,500. See, this is where, and I might have to do another video because I'll get off on a tangent. Anyway, he's maxed out an American Express card with a $1 million limit. He's unilaterally chartered private jets, hired a close friend as unnecessary extra security, and blocked efforts to pay the band's debts, according to the court filing made public on Monday. This dispute is a very much public battle between petitioner and respondent and is impacting the band's reputation throughout the music industry, according to the lawsuit. The band's actual onstage performance is, at the moment, one of the only aspects of the business that has not suffered. Interesting. I would say that's mostly true. You know, if I'm going to do a fact check on it, I would say that's mostly true. There are elements, I think, of the onstage performance that are beginning to suffer again. And that has more to do with the current lineup of the band and the amount of touring that this band does. I don't know. That's just me. I don't know if the lawsuit is causing tension on stage. It doesn't appear to be. But now that this is out there, I'm thinking there'll be more tension because the story has broke. Attorneys who represent Schon in previous litigation between the two band members, that would be the 2022 case over the American Express card, didn't immediately respond to a request for comment. So I'm assuming maybe they're handling the response here, or did they just go look for these guys because they were handling this back in 2022? It's only 2 years ago. And again, I thought, based on what I was told, that this was over. Journey, founded in 1973, blah, blah, blah. This is just stuff about the band. You know, Journey is currently on the U.S. leg of a 50th. And like, this is Journey for Dummies up here. Thanks to the Sopranos, the Journey is an important band. Okay. Cain's petition in Delaware's Chancery Court concerns the management of Freedom 2020 Inc., a business he founded with Schon in 2021 to oversee the band's touring-related assets. They keep regrouping with new business ventures, basically, a new management company here. And it was supposed to be the two musketeers, and by the way, the two wives working seamlessly to run a better Journey Journey couldn't be going any better than it is. That's all I was hearing. That's all I was getting as far as inside info, which wasn't a whole lot. Each of them allegedly owns half of the company and serves on its two-seat board. According to the lawsuit, the now far-reaching deadlock has begun interfering with routine day-to-day operations, leading to divided loyalties that have made it virtually impossible to run the business. So is this the end of Journey? Are they going to quit? I'm thinking after this tour, and then they're going to owe so much money. Why go back out on tour if this is going to happen? For instance, it is common that one director will terminate an employee or crew member, and hours or days later, the other director will hire that same individual, according to the lawsuit. In the meantime, the excessive spending and tense relationship with certain vendors have led to unforeseen strains on cash flow that pose a severe threat of harm to the company and to Journey's storied history of musical greatness. Worse yet, when the company faces these precarious financial situations, respondent and his wife begin to accuse petitioner, the band manager, the company's accountant, and other company personnel of stealing. This conduct further triggers internal strife. Many of the allegations about Schon also involve his wife, Michaela, sorry. Michaela, I think is the correct pronunciation. I always mess it up. And they talk about her stint on The Real Housewives of DC. Now known as Michaela and Schon. She's not named as a respondent. Interesting. The petition, originally filed under seal July 24th, seeks a court-ordered custodian to act as a tie-breaking third board member. Ooh, interesting. Cain is represented by Fox Rothschild LLP. Sounds like one of the dudes that is in Europe somewhere taking over the world. So Cain has hired a Rothschild. That's pretty heavy. Schon, who hasn't yet made a court appearance in Delaware, was represented in the earlier case by the San Francisco firm LLP. So here's the case. Petition unsealed on July 30th. If you want to look up the case and see more details, you can do so. Bottom line, folks, is the out-of-control spending never went away, apparently. And yeah, I'll do another video based on my thoughts on all of this stuff with regard to the insanity of the spending and what's happening. But this doesn't look good. I mean, here's the deal. They went through this once with the political stuff, then they went through it again with the financial stuff. Now they're going to go through it again with the financial stuff. And either someone is spending way too much money or they're not. My guess is they're spending way too much money. They must have documentation. You can't file a lawsuit if you don't have the receipts. And I think Jonathan Cain here is bringing the receipts. And so we'll see how this goes. It can't be good after this getting out there. This is not going to be good for team spirit out there on stage. So if you got tickets to see Journey, I think it's going to be interesting. But what's weird so far is they've managed to kind of keep this separate. It's kind of like an alcoholic who hides their alcoholism. People don't even know. They're like a functioning drunk. So the spending and maybe the business stuff isn't affecting the onstage performance. Maybe Cain is thinking to himself, they need to just get every dollar out of this tour, because if they don't, they're going to be in debt after the tour. So maybe I'm misreading this whole thing, but it's pretty obvious based on the court filing. And I'll keep you informed and up to date, at least with my opinions and any more info about this. If I do get some inside info, um, sometimes I'm not allowed to say things. So just, I get a lot of off the record stuff, and I'm told, hey, don't mess this up for me. I'm telling you this and you can't tell anybody. So that happens frequently. And I try to be good in that regard. I don't want to, throw anyone under the bus and then they're going to have difficulty. I mean, certainly in this current situation, I wouldn't want anyone to unnecessarily suffer because I decided to tell you what they told me, which would be not really that much here. I know some things, but it's more or less just the surprise of all of this again, and maybe the just the general frustration of this happening again and again, and it needs to get resolved. And here's a quick opinion here, quick take is the only way this is really going to get resolved is if Journey isn't a band anymore. I'm just putting it out there. I'm thinking that either Journey is done or Journey completely gets reconstituted, and that would mean that probably there would be no original members in Journey at that point. And for some folks, that's probably a bridge too far. But if someone is spending all the profits and they can't even pay vendors, that's a big problem. You're just spending as if there's no tomorrow. Maybe something else is going on here, and I don't know. But I'll have some opinions on that and what I think of the drunken rock stars. Not that these guys are drunken, but spending like drunken sailors. I'll talk about that, and I think that's it for now. So I'll be back with more. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. God bless. See you soon.